Well, a big update in the Burning Lands Vietnam Kickstarter. The devs have completely walked away from the project. They've dropped the remainder of the nukes and it's gone. It's over. There's nothing left to the project. So if you're on Kickstarter, you may want to look at pulling your pledge. And like usual, before I get into the full details of the story, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let's get into it. Now, this Kickstarter, when I first came across it, was at $127,000 Canadian. I am in Canada, so I tend to deal with Canadian funds. Anyway, the Kickstarter, Burning Lands Vietnam Kickstarter, they've got 6 days to go. They have fallen to $46,000 from 127 and down to under 500 backers for a project that was over 1,000 a few days ago. Not even a week ago now, because I first caught this story when they had 14 days left. What has happened here today is the developers that were working on this, they had put out a letter saying publicly that they're going on strike, that they are no longer working on the project for the time being, and they were going to try and resolve the differences with the owner of the company for 0 Hour Interactive, by the name of Chance. And today it got dropped. The remainder of the nukes, the bombs got dropped. The development team has turned around and said, we are no longer returning to it. Let's take a look at that. Well, and of course we go back to our friend Big Fry. He posting this on Twitter. I am no longer in the Discord, so I haven't been keeping that close of an eye on it. Dear Burning Lands community, we want to take this time to thank you for your unwavering support throughout the development of this project, including its recent dissolution. The community is the one bright spot in what has been an otherwise heartbreaking experience. However, we still believe that our decision was the correct one. We have no regrets about coming forward with our concerns about the management of the Burning Lands project. We believe that the loss of our time and potential future income was a small price to pay to uphold our sense of integrity. Unfortunately, we cannot continue with this project under the current management. Our differences are
irreconcilable,
and legal action has made future collaborations untenable. We, the remaining members of the original development team, hereby resign from Burning Lands Vietnam, effective immediately. We will complete no further work on the project. We do not wish to be associated with Burning Lands Vietnam in any future capacity. We bear 0 Hour Interactive no ill will and strongly encourage members of the community to allow us to part ways gracefully and with as little animosity as possible. In particular, we urge everyone to refrain from any form of harassment, both of the development team and any remaining members of 0 Hour Interactive. We do not make this announcement lightly. We understand your disappointment on a deeply personal level. We poured our hearts into this project, and we are devastated that we will not see it come to fruition. Thank you for your understanding and support. Regards, the former Burning Lands development team. And there's 19 or 20 signatures down below, which is an overwhelming majority of the team is walking away completely. It's done. There's no development team on this. There was talk that Chance was already hiring a new development team to go forward with this, but there's also talk that some of these devs are actually lowering up to take back the assets that they've added to the project and saying, we own this project, we're not going to get paid for this, and thus you cannot use these assets because we technically own them. So Big Fry here, the Burning Lands development team, have officially resigned from the project, citing
irreconcilable,
the word I can't say, as well as legal action making future collaboration unattainable. This has been the craziest Kickstarter project failure I've seen in my life, hands down. And I haven't seen one blow up this quickly, faster than I want to think Feminine Frequency with Zoe Quinn and their Kickstarter that just decided to be what looked like a trip to Japan. Now, there's $46,000 Canadian money still in the Kickstarter. I believe because the Kickstarter does not go forward, it will not reach its goal, unless a miracle, then that money just goes back to the people that pledged at this point. I believe it's way below the value that they just can't take money and give it to the developer that is not going to be able to do anything with it anyway. So this project, Burning Lands Vietnam, is pretty much dead in the water. I am still seeing a few videos from other content creators that were working alongside Burning Lands. One in particular actually made the Kickstarter video, or a version of the Kickstarter video, for free, and was told by chance that this is not going to be worth it, and decided to go a different route. The guy stayed up all night working on it, so that's very unfortunate. And I know one of the developers in this situation got pretty much kicked off the project because he had to take a little time away for his ailing father, who was in the hospital with cancer, and pretty much it was a business decision at this point. These type of things are not good when it comes to business and management dealings. Usually you got to give a little bit of leeway with, especially when you have a family situation where they're in the hospital and things like that. It's not a very good scenario overall. It's just everything I've seen on this, it's crumbled around them and is blowing up in their faces. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix in a Shadow. I'm signing off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Our differences are irreconcilable. Wow. Unfortunately, we cannot continue with the project under current management. Our differences are irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable.
And legal action has made future collaborations untenable.